Today's Saturday, October 23rd, 3 days before we meet our son. This is our last weekend as a family of three. So I wanted to record this and also show my belly. Look at that. Yes. There you go. Look at this weird bump. There's my belly. His head's still up here. We're just patiently waiting for you. Baby, this is your last night.
This is your last night?
As an only child.
As an only what child?
Because you're going to have a brother tomorrow. Whoops.
Silly mama.
Love you.
I love you and all my life.
No.
And I'll give you flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And I love you. And I love you wherever.
I love you forever.
And I love you all the days.
I love you all the days.
And I love you folded in my blanket. I love you. I thank you for you loving me.
I love you.
And thank you for kissing.
39 weeks. This is final night before baby comes. Baby coming tomorrow. Okay, we're checking in. Walking into the hospital for my C-section. So I just got done with my C-section yesterday. Right now it's the next day. And I wanted to record this video while it's fresh in my memory, to let people know how a C-section really goes. Because I noticed when I was watching videos, it's usually 2 or 3 weeks after someone's home and some things might not be fresh in their memory. So while it's fresh in my memory, I wanted to just record my experience. So I got here, it was a scheduled C-section because my baby was breech at 39 weeks. And so it's so crazy having a planned C-section because it's like the exact date and time that you're going to meet your baby. So that's kind of trippy about it. Pretty nervous going into it. The nurses come in, the anesthesiologist comes in and they talk to you about what's going to happen and what's going on. And really the entire procedure was really, really quick. I mean, probably from start to finish, it took about 30 minutes. The part that did hurt the most was when I was getting my spinal. So they put something to numb the area. I forgot what it's called. So that stung a little bit, but a word of advice is take deep breaths, and just try not to tense your body so much when you're getting the spinal. And that's what I kind of did. I was mindful of that, taking deep breaths and just kind of breathing through it. And then after that, your legs you start feeling warm in your legs, and then they tell you to hurry up and lie down because it's going to start kicking in. And it's just the craziest feeling because you're basically numb from the breasts down, and you can't feel anything. And then what they do is they clean your belly area, they let that set in, and then what else happens? They clean your belly area, they let that set in, and then after that they just start going. So there's a drape in front of you. My hospital had a little window that you can pull down to see the baby, but they had the drape covering me and my partner on my side, and then they basically got to work. So a lot of the C-section stories that I watched on YouTube, they say that you can feel tugging and pulling, kind of like pressure, and then that's what my doctors told me too, that you would feel some pressure on a C-section. But to be honest with you, I think it was so painless. Like, it probably felt like someone was taking your belly and kind of like doing this to your belly, like very lightly. and I didn't feel a thing. And before you know it, like in less than 2 or 3 minutes, he was out. I heard him crying right away. They put him in through the window in the drape, so I did get to see him, and then they go take him to the station to get him cleaned up right away. Dad can go in my hospital. Dad can go over there and take pictures and look at him and everything, but you know, me, obviously I'm just laying on the table while they sew me up. So that whole process took a good 10 to 15 minutes. But right after that, I mean, they sewed me up, they transferred me to a bed and wheeled me into the recovery room, and it was just so quick. So it was really crazy. But one of the things too, so I haven't moved from my bed since I had my surgery. Right now it's 9:15 in the morning. I'm probably going to try to get up and get this catheter out and walk around so that I can, you know, get the blood flowing through there. So that's the thing, is you stay in bed until the next day or until your nurse wants you to move around. So people are going to need to help you bring the baby to you to breastfeed. Your partner's going to need to bring the baby to you for everything. So everyone's going to have to bring everything to you until you can get up and walk around. So I haven't done that yet. I plan on doing it now or in a few minutes. Yeah, so that's kind of my quick experience with the C-section. I'll probably update on the incision. When I move around, I do feel the incision, but I'm on a couple pain medications, so I don't feel it as bad, but we'll see. Jenner, hi baby. You're wide awake. Are you content? Are you happy? Yeah.
It's good. It's pretty good.
He's
Let's go see
going.
him. Put him on the floor. Put him on the floor.
Don't call it too close, buddy. We have to get a mask on.
Yeah, we'll get.
He's so
Try to
tiny.
stay 6.
He's so tiny. That's your brother. Say hi, Jenner.
Hi, Jenny.
Look at baby. Go. Okay. So,
Do that.
watch his head. You have to support his head. Hi, baby.
They're basically dumping water into the river. Is the situation with the sewage common? The city?
This is my 2-week C-section update. I thought I would record this for you guys to give you some tips and advice on what's helped me in these last 2 weeks recover from C-section. Before my C-section, I watched tons of YouTube videos on how to quickly recover, tips and tricks. But I think these are some things that some people miss. So while it's still fresh in my memory, I want to give you guys advice on what's helped me in the last 2 weeks kind of feel better. Right now, I feel about 80% as far as recovery wise. The incision doesn't hurt that much anymore. I still can't do any heavy lifting. Look at your face. I still can't do any heavy lifting. I'm only lifting the baby. I've lifted the car seat. But other than that, I think if I try to do any heavy lifting, I really do feel it there. So I'm taking it easy on that end. Once in a while, it will hurt, but not as much as it did the first week or so. One other thing I advise you guys is definitely have someone at home help you in the first week. If it's not your partner, have it be your mother-in-law, hire help. The first week, you're definitely gonna need some help, you know, getting up and down the stairs. If you have stairs at home, someone bringing the baby to you, someone kind of cleaning and cooking. The first week was really tough because the incision was still really tender, and you definitely need that extra hand to help you kind of get through the first week or so. And going into the second week, you don't need as much help, but if you can get help the second week, definitely take it as well. So I'm already almost going into my third week, so I'm probably Friday, 18 days post-op. Another tip that I have for you is do not miss your pain meds. So stay ahead of schedule on your pain medication. I think I was on oxycodone and ibuprofen. You definitely, and then when the 4-hour mark, 6-hour mark started to creep up, I definitely felt it in my stitches. I felt the medication wear off. So you want to make sure you stay ahead of your pain meds because it takes a little while to kick in and you don't want to be sitting there in pain. Another tip is I bought something on Amazon called a bed assist. It's kind of, I think it's for old people, where it's a rail that you attach to your bed and it kind of helps you get up and down your bed. I'll see if I can put a photo somewhere here to show you, but you can find it on Amazon. It's called, I think, a bed assist, but it basically helps you bring yourself up from the couch or the bed, because I think that's one of the things that I struggled with the most and that was really painful for me and that I felt in my stitches was just getting up from bed. And when you have a newborn, you obviously are going to get up so many times in the night, and you want to just make that as easy on you as possible. You can definitely, start with your elbows or do that, but I think that helped me in my first week, is using that bed assist on Amazon. I think it's between $30 to $50, and it was really, really helpful for me as far as helping me get up from the couch or get up from the bed. One other thing that I decided to do was the first week I slept downstairs on our couch with the baby and the bassinet, because I didn't want, if I needed to get food, if I needed to make an extra bottle. I am breastfeeding, but I also had to supplement with formula. So if I had to make a bottle, I just wanted everything to be there and be convenient, and I didn't want to have to go up and down stairs. So what I did was I just kind of set up our living room as kind of a makeshift nursery, and I put everything I needed on there. I put a table where everything was in reach so that it was easy for me. So for the first week, I was downstairs in our living room just to make things simpler. Now I've transitioned upstairs into our master bedroom. So just me and the baby sleep in the master bedroom, and because I'm still recovering. And so that's kind of what helped me as well too. If you got a binder from your hospital, a belly binder, I definitely recommend wearing that 24/7. It helps put pressure on the stitches so that it doesn't hurt as much. I felt that when I wasn't wearing it, it was uncomfortable for me. The stitches were really, really uncomfortable. So putting on the binder, and I wore it 24/7, even while I slept, it was really comfortable for me. And on another note is when you're laughing, sneezing, or coughing, you definitely want to hold on to your stitches. Having the binder there helps as well too, but you want to definitely put pressure and hold on to your stitches because it hurts. Even till now, over 2 weeks out from my surgery, when I cough or sneeze or anything like that, it hurts. The stitches hurt. So you want to definitely keep that in mind when you are coughing, laughing, or sneezing. Another tip that I have is buy everything high-waisted. So high-waisted underwear. I didn't have any, like the really high ones. High-waisted shorts, high-waisted leggings. Definitely keep those in mind, because you don't want anything rubbing against the stitch. Even until now, I have everything that I'm wearing is high-waisted, and to prevent even more irritation in that area, I tape or I put a pad inside my underwear, kind of where the stitches are, so that it prevents the rubbing. So yeah, I would say it takes a good 2 weeks for you to kind of feel 80%. That first week was pretty rough with my stitches. My stitches are still a little bit tender now. I had my 2-week follow-up. She said it looked great, but it's still tender to the touch. I'm still really careful not to aggravate it or irritate it as much. But the good news is, if you spend 2-3 days at the hospital, they'll show you and teach you everything, and then you're home for 4 or 5 days. That's your week. So really the first week is just the tough part to get through, but I feel like after that you start to feel a little better. So the second week is again really where you feel 80% and you're not in so much pain. So hopefully this helps. I will catch you guys in the next